Tar Heel fans, another one bites the dust. Hey, what's up? It's Kiljaedas. How's it going, guys? Another game, another edition of the Tar Heel Turn. This matchup in the Sweet 16, we have the Butler Bulldogs taking on the North Carolina Tar Heels. Number 4 versus number 1. Final score, the Bulldogs 80, Tar Heels 92. North Carolina wins. We're heading to the Elite 8. I tell you what, guys, it was a hard-fought game by both sides. But, North Carolina just went on a tangent at three-point range in the first half, and it really opened things up for us. Butler was known as a team that would live and die by the three, and they just could not hit anything in the first half. The key factor was, again, us controlling the boards, getting more rebounds than the other team, and again, it just sets us apart. We are number 1 in the nation when it comes to rebounds, and it showed this game. We got off to a decent lead. At one point we were beating them by 20 points, maybe a little bit more than 20 points. But sure enough, the Bulldogs started fighting back in the second half and almost climbed within reach. Luckily we kept it together, but I mean, you cannot count out a team that is losing by 20. Not in the NCAA, especially with, a lot of clock to go. Let's go ahead and get the stats. We're bringing out the old iPad for this one. As usual, we'll do the team stats first. Let's get on the field goals. Butler is 27 for 62, 43.5 percentage on the field. Meanwhile, Tar Heels 31 for 57, 54.4 percentage on the field. 3-pointers. Butler was 8 for 28 on the field. That's a 28.6 percentage. And then meanwhile, North Carolina 9 for 24, 37.5 percentage. The one thing about the 3-pointers was simply, at one point the Tar Heels were, in the first half was 6 for 7 on the field before they started missing a whole bunch. And the numbers showed, after in the second half when more and more 3-pointers were missing, except for one that Barry the second had, late in the second half. For free throws, Butler 18 for 21, that's 85.7 percentage. North Carolina 21 for 33, 63.6 percentage. Rebounds, Butler 26 rebounds total, 8 offensive, 18 defensive. North Carolina 38 rebounds, 10 offensive, 28 defensive. For assists, Butler had 13 while North Carolina had 22. For steals, Bulldogs had 5 while Tar Heels had 7. For blocks, Butler and North Carolina had 1 each. Total turnovers, Butler with 9, North Carolina 10. And finally, for fouls, Butler had 23 fouls while North Carolina had 21 fouls. For last game, it just seemed like we could not miss when it came to free throws. We were getting to the line a lot, and it showed again that we were getting to the line a lot, except for one thing, and that is, for some odd reason, we could not make a whole bunch of free throws. That's something that needs to change, especially with next game. That's just one of our key weapons that we have, is to get to the foul line and then making those free throws, and we have got to make them. And again, North Carolina just controlling those boards. That is our bread and butter right there. If we can get enough rebounds to just, be able to get those second opportunities or to shut the offense down. Butler just could not get their threes on track. And, they had to develop other means of trying to get points. But, again, we just seemed to answer back. And Butler did claw back, though. And that is something that was just phenomenal. That we were able to finally put a stop to it and end the game. Let's get on the player stats. Now, normally, I would just be giving out the starting 5 stats and everything. But, for this one, I'm going to have to make an exception for one player. He came off the bench and produced some great numbers, and sure enough, that is Luke May. Luke May had 16 points with 6 for 10 on the field with 3-pointers, 3 for 5. For free throws, he was 1 for 2. Total rebounds, 12. 3 offensive, 9 defensive. 2 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks. His first ever double-double in his entire college career. Congratulations, Luke May. Now for the actual starting 5 stats. For minutes, Joel Berry II was the one that played the most with 35 minutes. First starters, Kennedy Meeks, 5 points total. He was 1 for 3 on the field, no 3-pointers. He was 3 for 4 on free throws, 11 rebounds total, 1 offensive, 10 defensive, 0 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. Next is Isaiah Hicks. He finished with 9 points. He was 4 for 5 on the field, no 3-pointers, 1 for 5 for free throws, only 1 rebound, that was a defensive rebound, 3 assists, 0 steals, and 0 blocks. He needs to get out of foul trouble. That's something that showed that was hindering him all game long. He needs to do better with controlling himself. Next is Theo Pinson. He finished the game with 5 points. He was 1 for 4 on the field, 0 for 2 when it came to 3-pointers, 3 for 4 on free throws. He had 2 rebounds, those were both offensive, 4 assists, 1 steal, and 0 blocks. Next is Justin Jackson. He had 24 points, 9 for 18 on the field, 2 for 8 3-pointers, 4 for 6 free throws. He had 5 rebounds, 3 offensive, 2 defensive, 5 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. And the last starter, Joel Berry II. He had 26 points. He was 8 for 13 on the field, 3 for 7 on 3-pointers, 7 for 9 on free throws. He had 1 rebound, which was a decent defensive rebound. He had 2 assists, 1 steal, and no blocks. He was definitely a deciding factor. It just seemed like he was unstoppable that game. And that one slip and fall that he had on the floor, in the second half really scared the living daylights out of all of us Tar Heel fans. But he was able to shake it off, and his ankle seems to be still sore from last time. But you know what? He looks like he's still managing to put up awesome numbers. Way to fight it out, buddy. And with that win, North Carolina goes to Elite 8. We're going to be facing off against Kentucky. That's going to be a very tough match. Both UCLA and Kentucky are some awesome teams. It's unfortunate that they both had to fight out to see who was going to advance. But you know what? That's the way it is in the tournament. Kentucky advances and they're going to face us. Let's hunker down for a really good game. Hopefully we can come out on top. Again, we got some surprises on the bracket with number 11 Xavier defeating number 2 Arizona. That was just one heck of a game. It was amazing that Xavier was able to pull it off. So exciting to watch. And the next one, number 7 South Carolina beating number 3 Baylor. The Gamecocks seem to be on a hot streak when it comes to upsetting. Let's see what happens when they advance farther down in the bracket. Who knows? They might be able to have what it takes to beat Kansas, although I do kind of doubt it though. Anyways guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Thank you very much for watching. And as usual, please like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends about me. See you later. Bye.